Morena, Best Female Character. This chapter just further confirms it for me. This chapter continues the card game, and as I hope, we got so much more Morena focus. More about her background and ability, and my god, I want to become what K-pop stands are to K-pop, but with Morena instead. I want to be that crazy fan that Morena would despise. This review is going to be a lot of me gushing over Morena, by the way. The bright background as she casually talks about wanting to destroy humanity, shining so brightly, I'm rooting for her. This chapter gives so much life to her, which is ironic considering she wants to destroy humanity. We got so many moments of her having playful banter with Borgsen, shining with light as she talks about destruction, being genuinely confused, her shift of expression as she talks about Kakin, her confidence and knowledge towards Nan, and finally her background. She isn't the real Morena. The real Morena died a long time ago, and we get more Kakin world building. And Kakin makes Meteor City look like a wonderful place to live in. I never thought those words would come out of my mouth. To think Kakin is this fucked up, where they randomly select villages and divide them into those that serve and others. Categorize some as meat and others into nis and mono, which means those that can inherit the throne because they are illegitimate children of the king, and Morena had to endure 20 years living as meat. We don't hear what they specifically make them do, but we have enough context to know it was horrible, and after 20 years, she awakened her Nan. This chapter just adds an extra layer of darkness I didn't think was possible for Kakin. We already had a grasp on how often Kakin was, with the whole succession battle, and in chapter 382, when we learned they had a custom called Afterlife Companion, where they pick random people to supervise dead princes who weren't able to become king to prevent them from becoming vengeful ghosts. But in reality, they weren't even treated as human. But even then, they had this facade going on, telling them it's an honor for them to do this. But this chapter goes even further beyond, showing us an even darker side, where they are treated even less than human, and don't hide it behind a facade and call them meat. I do wonder where Togashi is going with this. As the further the story goes on, he keeps expanding on Kakin and depicting it more horrible as time passes, that it makes us genuinely root for Morena who wants to destroy Kakin, and Kakin being destroyed seems like the only option at this point, as we have so many players in this game that will destroy the foundation of Kakin intentionally or unintentional. We have Haukenberg who somehow wins the succession battle and puts an end to all this madness. 2. Morena destroys it. 3. Krollo indirectly destroys it because he wants the 3 relics that are the foundation of Kakin. 4. Kurapika finds a way to stop the succession battle. At this point, I just can't see the Kakin King pulling the rug under us all and Kakin reigning supreme. But then again, this is Togashi, and that's a Togashi thing to do. Doing the unexpected. There's more this chapter goes over, like even more details about the specialist category. And I still love the fact that we're 400 plus chapters in and Togashi is still able to expand on the NEM power system. Best power system. As for Borgsen, her fate right now is 50-50. I hope she doesn't die, as she's a pretty good character, as Morena did explain that Dogman is looking for more specialists right now, and that's why Morena told Borgsen to hurry up, as when Dogman finds another specialist, then Borgsen becomes disposable. And in the end of the chapter, martial law is finally happening. It's been foreshadowed and pretty much hyped for so long already. And martial law can mean many things. Either someone died, giving Benjamin the excuse to exercise martial law. Haukenberg succeeded in his plan and somehow took over Benjamin and used martial law to be able to end this once and for all. Togashi somehow expands on elements we thought were already expanded on, and I can't wait to see it be expanded even further in the future.